Perhaps Siga has already fought his way into the end for this battle. Even if he used the weapon that he was most unwilling to use to lose, he was still stabbed in the chest by Bokshan's divine beads, and his own wild lotus was stolen by Bokshan with one hand. The smell of blood is full in the air. Bokshan asked Siga arrogantly, if there was a second chance, I will be the one to stop you. Siga tolerated the pain and used his own chest to slowly insert the wild lotus into Bokshan's hand. Bokshan, who was in pain, had no choice but to temporarily cut it. He was very suspicious of Siga. Even though his abdomen had been pierced, he was still wielding the lotus saber. Why does a half-dead Siga have this kind of power? As I thought, you are weak. This sentence made Bokshan angry. He wanted to see if Siga only had the drunken silver all over his body, so the storm-like attacked Siga again. At this moment, Siga was burning with hellfire. Every human began to pray for him. He couldn't see the future, and he was seriously injured. Ares felt that Siga was at most 2.5 minutes. Hades laughed and scolded him. How could a dying person have such a look? All the mockery and defense he just did are all waiting for the best opportunity. That is to make a life and death reincarnation. No one noticed Siga's familiar right eye. Siga was still fighting Bokshan's divine beads without hesitation. Bokshan was really stunned at this moment. Why did Siga not only stand still, but also changed his attacking posture and began to surrender? And at this moment, Hades actually felt the fear on Bokshan. Bokshan at the scene doubted himself for the first time. Is his strength really not as good as before? When he was alone for a long time, even if in the end he couldn't bear his strong power because of his body, he began to struggle. His eyes have never been half open. Why did he face a half-dead man this time? But he began to attack uncontrollably. Since he couldn't control it, he just took it directly. Then he pulled out the Rao Qi ancient painting in his arm and turned it into a sword. This bloody scene made everyone breathe a sigh of relief. Bokshan, with a sharp knife and a clear mind, kept shouting his name to try to stabilize his mind. Then he showed a forced posture and continued to fight. Siga saw that he couldn't tell the size of the king. After the fight, he turned around and looked at Bokshan. Bokshan seemed to have been waiting for him for a long time. A simple blow made the audience's eyes bigger. In everyone's incredible eyes, you can see. The air is full of weapon shards, with the last piece of the blade broken. It turned out that Siga's Huang Lian was broken by Bokshan. 6 sticks were hit back to their original shape. Bokshan's divine beads also woke up with Siga's shock. In a panic, Siga picked up 6 sticks and fell. Then the 6 sticks were also smashed under Bokshan's divine beads. His 6 sticks had been completely broken. Siga may have no chance to fight back. At this moment, Siga, who was lying on the ground, wanted to sleep. Completely, he didn't want to open his eyes and let himself be surrounded by the dark night. However, suddenly there was a faint light around him. A hand in the light brought Siga back to reality, and Bokshan had just walked to Siga's side and was about to give him a fatal blow. The man in front of him was in his arms. Is Bokshan crazy or crazy? No. Bokshan has already penetrated the world from this moment on. He is no longer threatened by anyone, god or devil. It's just a name. Since my 6 sticks have been